We're on to something big, Dora.
An ancient city made of gold. Parapata.
And your mother and I are gonna prove it.
And me.
I'm sorry, sweetie, you're not going.
What?
Thank you so much for joining us. I loved the film, watched it last night, it was hilarious. How did you approach adopting it for an older audience?
Well, the idea was that we wanted to make a different kind of story.
And I think a lot of people know who she is, even though you know the show is. And I just thought when Nick told me the script for it, that she was older, but essentially the idea was that she was 16, but still basically the same as she was when she was 6. Super positive, very kind of wide-eyed, but super smart.
I don't think this is a jungle puzzle. This is Fukyo. What the flip is a Fukyo?
It's an ancient underground aqueduct.
I thought that would be a hilarious character to introduce to the real world, because the real world is full of teenagers who aren't that.
Cousin Diego, you're so skinny and tall.
You are way more energetic than I remember.
Something iconic, as iconic as Dora. I mean, she's beloved globally and internationally, and so to take a cartoon and adapt it, when we both first heard it, we were like, ugh, they could mess it up. And then we read the script and we're like, yes, oh, it's so good.
Can you say delicioso?
She'll grow out of it.
It's basically an origin story. I mean, you get to see Dora not as a 6-year-old, but as a 16-year-old navigating the jungle of high school. And so they just really weaved in this contemporary themes really well.
Kids who basically watched Dora when she started 20 years ago now are old enough maybe to have kids themselves. And it's that thing when, as a parent, the greatest joy is watching a movie with your kids that both of you enjoy, but maybe for different reasons.
We're gonna have a talk.
About the dangers of the big city.
See, you're gonna be invited to some parties. And some of these parties, they're called raves.
The people there are called ravers.
I think that's something that the parents will enjoy, is how smart the comedy is.
Yeah.
He's so witty.
It's like Dora on steroids. Like everything is just taken to the max. And Dora's speaking Quechua, not only Spanish, but.
I mean, what Nick Stoller did and James, and it's just genius.
Excuse me, I'm kind of stuck.
Tying back to Australia, obviously you've got some Australian actors, Australian locations on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, Australian crew, everyone. It's like, full on.
You know what's crazy is that both those actors are Australian.
The kids.
I always was like, why can everybody get the American accent so well?
Yeah, but I can't get Australian.
Armed. Oh, look. Dora brought a knife on the field trip, everybody.
Such a special place. The people are so funny and special and hardworking, and it's got a special place in my
Definitely
heart.
the crew. That was one thing I loved about working in Australia.
The work is incredibly hard, and the crew were just so fun and up for it, and they like banter. Banter's a very big deal for me on set. I love that idea. We just talk a lot about stuff and have a laugh, because it's hard work, and this is a comedy movie, so we're having fun on set, and they were always fun.
Let's go. The jungle is where I'm from. There's no need to be afraid. Just don't touch anything. I can probably speak for both of us when we say, like, it is absolutely beautiful. And I went to go see the Daintree Forest, which is, like, older than the Amazon. It's just, it was beautiful. Boots! Of course, she knows this monkey.
And when you go to the candy bar, what do you get?
I get a combination of, like, sweet, salty. Maltesers.
Oh, M&M's.
I would go for popcorn.
Buttery, yeah?
Yeah.
Popcorn with M&Ms is mixed inside.
Michael, I'm actually heading to a rave soon. Do you have any tips for me before I go? Like, what can I expect?
You're headed to a rave, dude. I don't want to ask too much about it. Just bring some water, maybe. Go get it!
Yeah, it's very aggressive.
And why do you think audiences should go and watch Dora and the Lost City of Gold at Hoyt's on the big screen?
Because it's beautiful, it's fun.
Because it's a gigantic adventure movie. You know what I mean? The whole point of this one was trying to blow Dora up into this kind of huge scale.
It's made for the big screen.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
huge.
big movie. Action adventure.
Yeah. It's a lot of it is so just large and larger than life. And
I think James Bobin did a great job with it.
Really fun movie for the whole family. I mean, you can take grandma, grandpa, you can take mom and dad, and you can take the kids, and that's a very rare thing you can do with the movies.
I think one of the most important things about Dora is that she is true to herself. Her mum says before she leaves the jungle, just be yourself, Dora, you'll be fine. And she does that the whole time through the movie, even though she's aware that people think she's weird or people think she's funny, but she doesn't care. And I think it's super important these days in this terrible time of social pressure and media, social media pressure about kids trying to fit in, that you kind of understand that not everyone can be the same. It's quite good to be a bit different, and Dora revels in that. And I love that idea of just be true to yourself. Very important.
I have to keep going no matter what.
she's freaking awesome.